Hello students, welcome once again to my English class. Today I will be teaching a story, a simple and interesting story for Standard 10, and it is from the supplementary book Footprints Without Feet. So this is story number 2, the thief story. The narrator here in this story is a 15-year-old boy, and he is involved in the profession of thief. So he is a professional thief, and he is still young, only 15 years, and in his profession he traps people by befriending them, making friendship with them, and then he steals those persons only. So the narrator is saying, I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. The narrator is telling about himself that he was only 15 years old when he met Anil. One more character in this story. The second character. The first one is the narrator himself, who is a thief, and the second character is Anil. So the narrator met Anil when he was only 15 years old, and he was at that time a well experienced and a very successful thief. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25. So what Anil was doing, he was watching a wrestling match. You know wrestling? Okay, you watch on TV, television, on television, kusti, what you call. The wrestling match, when I approached him, I means the narrator approached Anil. Now Anil was about 25. Now his appearance, he was a tall, lean fellow, thin fellow, and he looked easygoing, calm, relaxed, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. Now, for my purpose, the narrator is saying for my purpose. Now his purpose is to steal him. So for stealing Anil, he was a very suitable person. I hadn't had much luck of late and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. So of the recent time, he did not have much luck in stealing. So he did not have a lot of money by stealing of the late. And he thought that this time he would be able to win the young man's confidence. Young man's confidence, Anil's confidence. So he will be able to win Anil's confidence. You look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. A little flattery helps in making friends. Now, this is his first sentence. He is making introduction with Anil. Now, look here how he is flattering him. He is saying, you look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. So the thief said to Anil that you look yourself a bit of like a wrestler, okay, and you are watching a wrestling match. So he's saying that a little flattery helps in making friends. Flattery here means excessive praise to win favor. So he's telling Anil that you look like a wrestler, means you are healthy, you are well built, okay, and this is flattery. Actually, he was not looking like a wrestler. So you do, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. So his reply was also astonished, okay, surprising for the narrator because he replied in the same tone as the narrator did with Anil. So how did Anil respond? He said that you also look like a wrestler. So Anil said to the narrator that you also look like a narrator, and when he spoke this, the narrator is saying he was put off. Put off means he was surprised, okay, by this statement because at that time he was also rather a thin boy. Well, I said modestly, I do wrestle a bit. Now he said, the narrator said that he does a little bit of wrestling. What is your name? Now Anil asked the narrator, what is his name? Now Hari Singh, I lied. I took a new name every month that kept me ahead of the police and my former employer. So Hari Singh, he said that his name is Hari Singh, but that was a lie. Now why he spoke a lie? Because that was in his profession to speak lie always, because he changes his name every time he meet a new employer, he visit a new place. Okay, now why he changes his name? Because it keeps him away of police, away of police and away from his former employers. Now, former employers means previous employer whom he had robbed. So, this was in his profession. He used to rob his own employer who used to give him job. So, changing name keeps him away from police as well as his former employers. After this introduction, so this was a little bit of introduction between Anil and the narrator. So after this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestler. Now wrestler, you might have seen wrestler, okay, with oiled body, putting oil all over the body. So the well-oiled wrestler who were grunting, lifting and throwing each other about, grunting, snoring, making a loud noise while lifting his opponent and throwing each other, okay, out of the ring. I didn't have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. So this was the introduction. And after this introduction, Anil walked away. But the narrator did not leave him. He also followed him casually. Hello, again he said. So when he saw that the narrator was following him, so then Anil said, hello. I gave him my most appealing smile now. As soon as he said hello, he meant to say that why are you following me? Now the narrator gave him his appealing smile, attractive smile. And this was one of the good traits that he was having. He was a good appearance and with a very attractive smile on his face. I want to work for you, and this kind of smile attracts other people. So this was a quality, you can say. I want to work for you, I said, but I can't pay you. So the narrator said that he wants to work for Anil, and Anil replied quickly that he can't pay him. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, can you feed me? So when Anil replied that he can't pay him, then he thought for a second that he might have misjudged his man. He might have chosen a wrong person because he is himself a poor man. He cannot pay him. Then he said, okay, the thief said, can you feed me? So if you cannot pay me, can you feed me? Now, Anil, can you cook? So Anil asked, can he cook for him? I can cook, I lied again. So actually he could not cook, the thief, but he once again made a lie. Okay, said yes, he can cook. Now Anil, if you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. So Anil is saying that if you can cook for me, then I can maybe pay you. Sorry, feed you, not pay. I can feed you. He took me to his room over the Jamna sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. So that was the place where Anil used to live. He used to live over Jamna sweet. So on the ground floor there was a sweet shop named Jamna sweet, and on the top of Jamna sweet there was his room. So he took him to his room and told the narrator, the thief, to sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible. Terrible here means very bad, unpleasant in taste, because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. So the meal that he cooked that night, the thief cooked that night, actually he was not a cook. Okay. So it was the first time that he cooked a meal. So the meal was so unpleasant, so bad that Anil gave that food to a stray dog. You know, a stray dog, the street dog, and told him to be away, okay, to go away from here. But I just hung around, stayed, lingered. He did not move away from there. He stayed there, smiling in my most appealing way. And at that time, he started smiling in his most appealing way, attractive way. And that was one of his traits. And he could not help laughing. So by looking at his smile, Anil could not do, but he started laughing. Later he patted on me on the head and said, never mind, he would teach me to cook. And later he patted on the thief's head and he said, because he was a kind man, that he would teach him how to cook. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and add numbers. Now, as the thief was illiterate, totally illiterate and uneducated person, so Anil, being a literate person, he started teaching him. He taught him to write his name and said that he would, okay, with time teach him to write the whole sentences and as well as add numbers. I was grateful. So the thief was grateful, the narrator was grateful to him, thankful to him because he was teaching him, not only teaching, but he was also teaching him how to cook. So I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit what I could achieve. So he knew that education has a great importance in life. So if becomes an educated man, then there would be no limit what he could achieve. So that's why he was also interested in learning. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. So the narrator was saying that it was quite pleasant, okay, good going, working for Anil. I made the tea in the morning. What was his daily chores? Okay, daily job. He used to make tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the days supplies, provision things, necessary things required daily. So he would purchase all those things every day for Anil, usually making a profit about a rupee a day. So in buying those things, he used to make a profit 1 rupee per day. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he did not seem to mind. Now the thief is saying, the narrator is saying that he thought that Anil himself knew that he was making profit by buying all those things for him, but he never mind that he was making a profit. So that's it, student. This is part 1. So we will continue in part 2 and part 3 and then wrap it up this story. Goodbye.